Oh, you absolute legends. I want to discuss two scenarios of programming 5-3-1 into your major lifts: the squat, the press, the deadlift, and the bench press. One way I'm going to describe as 5-3-1 straight across, and the other way I'm going to describe as 5-3-1 with a cascade here. So 5-3-1 straight across, or we can call 5-3-1 classic, we have our 4 lifts, and reps and sets are rotated over a 3-week time frame. For the first week of training, 3 sets of 5 in the squat, 3 sets of 5 in the press, 1 set of 5 in the deadlift, 3 sets of 5 in the press right here. The operative number in this being recognized as straight across is 5. That's where the 5 comes from in 5-3-1, doing 3x5 or 1x5 straight across that first week of training. In the second week of training, 3x3. So we have dropped the reps, increased the weight, and are now doing 3x3 or 1x3 on our list right here. So 5-3, 5-3. And then the third week, you were doing singles. So 3 sets of 1 across the board. And again, the operative number here is 1. So 5-3-1. So this is, all of these lifts follow the 5-3-1 pattern, where 5-3-1, 5-3-1. Not talking about the deload weekend here. So I would call this, for the sake of this discussion, I will call this 5-3-1 straight across. It is straight across because it's 5-5-5, 3-3-3, 1. That's why it is straight across here. This second method, straight across, I'm just going to call cascade because I think I can spell that right now. Ooh, should have went for, feeling cocky, I could have said waterfall, but I went with cascade. When programming 5-3-1 for your 4 major lifts in here, this cascade idea comes about of impressing too much stress or volume on the lifter. If they did 3 sets of 5 one week on all the lifts, it might be too much of a stressor. 3 sets of 1 on all the lifts in the same week also might be too much of a stressor and too much to recover from. So maybe a cascading is in order here. So each lift still follows the 5-3-1 scheme. So for example, squat in your first week is going to be, the first week is going to be 3x5. Second week is going to be 3x3. Third week is going to be 3x1. That fits the 5-3-1 scheme here. But instead of deadlifting or pressing and bench pressing 3 sets of 5 on those, these are going to be kind of clicked or advanced one more in the rotation. So for example, press will start at 3x3, and then it'll go to 3x1, and then 3x5. So if you can see the 5-3-1 as a revolving or rotating rep scheme, this still follows 5-3-1, 5-3-1. It just doesn't start at the top. It has to start at the bottom here. Deadlift, starting at 3x1, would go to 3x5, 1x5, and then 1x3. So deadlift here is still doing a rotation of 5-3-1, 5-3-1, 5-3-1. We're now starting to see a little bit of the cascade kind of show up here. Finally, for bench press, let's do that also at 3x5, 3x3, and 3x1. So again, bench press follows a classic looking 3 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1. Again, talking about the deloads in here. So having this set up here, what are some advantages? Let me point out the cascade that's happening right here. This is a cascade. So those 3 circles, they represent how those reps and sets are rotated around it. So again, this is 5, 3, 1 straight across. My 3s are all on the same week for all forward lifts. My 3x3s, my 1x3s. And this cascade section right here, they're on different weeks. 2 of them are on the same week. Here's the other one right here. Wish I used a little better color scheme. I'll set that up right there. I hope that's visible right here. I think it's visible. I think it's visible right here the best with the singles. Like here are the singles, 3x1, 3x1, 3x1. And then here we have these singles right here lined up. This is what we're calling a cascade right here. Now, I mentioned some reasons to do this would be to vary the stress part. You might have a meet coming up. You might have some priorities. You might have stresses coming up right there. It might just be your recovery time. Might be something to consider here. Taking heavy singles can just beat up your joints. Taking sets of 5 all across on all the lifts might just kill your recovery. So just something to consider here. Another thing to consider when you have this straight and this cascade set up here is just the total number of reps or volume that you would be performing that week. We know that stress has to increase over time, and the volume of straight across 3x5 is 15, 30 reps, 50 reps total. So this first week has 50 reps total. 15, 15, 45, 50. This first week of 5-3-1 Cascade has 15, 30, 39, 42. 9, 18, 27, 30 for the second week of 5-3-1 straight across. 9, 18, 23, 27. 27 reps straight across. And this final week here of straight across 5-3-1, 3, 6, 9, 12. 15, 3, 6, 15, 18, 24. So this is interesting, kind of looking at these numbers here. I was surprised to see very little change in the number of reps performed between the second and third week here. This is arguably a nice drop of volume over here. 30 to 12 reps right there, each dropping almost by half and then more than half. This one dropping not quite as much, not quite as half, like dropping maybe dropping 30%, 30, 40%, and then not really dropping at all right there. So seeing like consistent, interesting across the board right there. Hey, just a thought. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a great day.